Hey guys, welcome back to Clash with Bando. I guess you could say I'm your vanilla in Manila. I'm actually on holidays at the moment, and I'm just going to be showing a replay quickly. Aussie WootWoot versus Legacy. Now this was a pretty exciting setup the way it happened. And Aussie WootWoot versus Legacy, you see the third one down the list there. It was actually a tied war. It was a 15v15, and they added 2 Town Hall 10s and took away 2 Town Hall 8s to try to make sure there wasn't a draw in the war for the finals. And lo and behold, 90.2%. It was pretty funny. It was a pretty interesting ending, how it did in that first war. So there was a special setup for a rematch, and it was kind of like a death match with 5 versus 5 Town Hall 9s. The quickest to clear, so the least attacks used to get that perfect war, and then go from there. Now obviously MLCW set up a tiebreaker for the factory standard 11 Town Hall 9s and 4 Town Hall 8s, but unfortunately it didn't really factor into what was going to happen if there was a draw in any of the other matches. So the death match was decided upon by the admin team, and that's what rolled into effect. Now you can see there Doofy KV just took 2 hits to get, so it was an open and then a clear, and then of course the fresh hits on 3, 4 and 5. I'm just going to go through those attacks. What was interesting too, the 5v5, all different strategies and all of that. Now this is me on Gundiver, and you can see here I've started with a couple minions up the top. The reason being was, you see that clan castle there, so I've put that 1 minion inside. That's just to test to see what's in that clan castle. Anything air will get drawn up towards those minions up the top. Now being nothing in there, I've just I guess you could say giggled a little bit, and off I go with my heroes. And it's just one of those flaws, having a clan castle in a position like that. You've got to be really careful, especially if you drop a hound. Anyone that's worth their salt in this game should be able to go, righto, I'll test that clan castle and play my strategy. So you can see there, straight into the lava loon there while the king's still going. Jimmy's dead though, queen dies, and out comes. Now the biggest problem here is hitting into a blower with 4 haste spells and a poison. So really, I didn't do well enough with that up the top there. I should have put some minions to get rid of those skelly traps. But the whole idea of the pathing was to get these loons to track around here onto these defences and to hit that expo. The reason being was, I was hoping, I was about 80% confident that the loons would drop on towards the defence and then onto the queen, and you can see right there, bang, catch a queen. And that was it. So extra loons from the side. A big flaw that I did have with this particular raid was I didn't give myself any tail loons. Now you can see here you've got 2 wizard towers on the side. They absolutely chew hound loons at the end, so that was a big mistake on my behalf. I was lucky that it didn't cause a fail, but you see what will happen is, even though the hounds are tanking, the wizards are going to shoot the hounds, and that's going to hit the loons as splash, and it wrecks raids. So that was a lucky fall at the end there, but a good raid. Pretty happy with being able to, you know, test to see whether there was a hound in the clan castle. Got that out, and then it was thank you mother for the rabbits after that. So good raid, happy days, fresh hit 3 stars. So yeah, it was you know, it was not an easy setup between the 2 teams when the draw came apart, but what was good was that we got the rematch going, and it was fun. Even though it was only 5 versus 5, they added that element of that pressure, absolute pressure, and you didn't want to stuff it up. As you see here, Eiffel's gone in with a Dragon Lalo. Now this is a little bit different because of these air defences on the outside here, which is a bit of a meta to stop lava loons. It does make them susceptible to loon haste. So you can see there, 3 loons, 1 haste, off you go. A little bit of herding on the sides, and then the dragons start up. So the intention was to put the heroes up the top and deal with whatever was up there. So it was a good amount of stuff up there. Dragons now, of course, had that hit point boost. Sorry, not hit point boost, the damage increase. And they are still a very, very viable strat. So you see 1 blower going off to the side here, 1 blower going off to the side here, and hopefully with the herd, then the dragons would go up the guts anyway. So there was no major drama there. Jimmy Bob's tanking for the queen. Now there's nothing really much over there. I thought there might have been some Teslas, but there wasn't. There was no Teslas, so it was good. And you can see now the low on the side there. Again, such an exposed air defence means that it's going to dry very quickly, and the hound didn't need to have two. Sometimes you would take two hounds into this strategy, but they just didn't need to have that second one. So, yeah, Queen's still going. She's still got an ability. The Dragon's just petering through. You see there's the four left. A couple are almost dead. Queen had her ability, so she's going. The old hound giving that mortar what for, and it's thank you mother for the rabbits. Another fresh hit, 3 stars. So great hit, Eiffel. Yeah. So we'll get into the last one. Just the 3 attacks I'm going to show. The other 2 were took a re-hit. So these are the best of the 5, and we're looking at 88 on their number 5. Now this was a stoned Gobo La Low, and we did chat about this on Discord a fair bit, 88 Nye, and she came out with a fairly good strat that she was happy with. We weren't sure whether there was going to be Teslas around that gold storage. It looked like a possibility to stuff it up and see what you're going to go. Now the big thing with this raid was making sure that the kill squad didn't walk around the back on that dark elixir storage, so you had to make sure of that. Now you see out comes one Tesla, so she reinforces that with the 3rd golem. You've still got 1 cannon and a mortar pew-pewing away down here at that golem. Now that didn't really cause any major dramas, and you can see this archer tower is not shooting. There's not a lot of damage on the golem, so it didn't have to be a rushed start. The main thing was making sure all the herd was done, and it went from there. So out come the old Rockies. Jimmy Bob gets dropped down with the delayed reaction. That's good. That's perfect timing on Jimmy Bob. Now you see the Queen, she was getting shot by this archer tower, so 88 had to pop her ability on that, and then drop a couple of loons so they tanked onto that archer tower down the bottom. That was important, otherwise that archer tower would have kept giving that Queen what for. Now out comes the rage, delayed king ability. Everything was to try to get all those things in the midfield, because that kill squad was going to take out all of those air defences. So a little bit of a flaw in the base, took a bit of time, we planned it out, and you can see now surgical loons just going in for the defences. One thing that was missed was the Tesla over at 9 o'clock there. Everything was dropped down. The last baby went up the top here. I think it was somewhere around there, and you can see now it's just slowly working through. So having those baby dragons in this kind of a raid, even though you're taking in no hounds, it's really important to make sure you've got those baby dragons, because one baby dragon can absolutely save your raid. Right there, it tanked that wizard tower. There was 2 wizard towers remaining. They would have chomped through those loons. You can see a trap there as well. It was just snuck through on a fanny hair on that Tesla. And another fresh hit, 3 star. Well done 88, and thank you mother for the rabbits. So yeah, really good war. It was elimination, so unfortunately Legacy, they've finished up, and that means WootWoot now take on I think it's JTJ2, and the time and date is yet to be done. So great war, thanks for that. Hope you guys had a bit of a laugh, and clash on.